10 ship terms and definitions even smart people misuse. Ship terms related to the nautical industry are often misunderstood by the people outside of the industry and those who are part of it. Such misunderstanding of terms or definitions can lead to confusion among people, resulting in accident, loss or sheer embarrassment. Let's look at some of the most commonly misused and misunderstood ship terms and definitions. 1. Weathertight doors and watertight doors. The key difference between these two doors on ships is the location of their siting. Weathertight doors are primarily located above the waterline of the vessel. They are designed to prevent the ingress of water from outside to inside. Most of the doors on deck, accommodation on tanker ships are weathertight doors. On the other hand, watertight doors are designed to prevent water ingress from both sides, thereby ensuring that the watertight integrity of the neighboring compartment of the ship is not lost. Watertight doors are located below deck level and are designed to open and close upwards or sideways, usually by automatic means. Most of the doors on car carrier vessels and ro-ro decks are watertight. A remote indication of the status, open, close, of watertight doors is required by regulations. 2. Gross tonnage and net tonnage. Gross tonnage is the volume of all enclosed spaces on a ship. This includes the engine room and other non-cargo spaces as well. Most maritime regulations like SOLAS, MARPOL applies to ships based on their gross tonnage. Net tonnage, on the other hand, is the volume of only the cargo carrying spaces on the ship. This is the tonnage that determines the earning capability of the vessel. Most port, anchorage dues apply to ships based on their net tonnage. 3. Gulf and bay. The world's water bodies are divided into oceans, seas, gulfs, bays, rivers, estuaries, lakes, straits, canals, etc. Most of these are self-explanatory. However, most people fail to understand the difference between gulf and bay and straits, channels and canals. By definition, gulf is a large water body which can sometimes be considered as an extended arm of a sea with a constricted entrance along a strait. A gulf is almost entirely enclosed by land. Example, the Persian Gulf, the Gulf of Mexico, the Gulf of Finland. Bay is similar to a gulf but generally smaller in size and has a wider entrance. The Bay of Bengal is much larger than most of the bays of the world. 4. Straits, channels and canals. Strait is a narrow water body interconnecting two much larger water bodies. Example, Singapore Straits, Sunda Straits, Lombok Straits, Straits of Hormuz, Bosporus Straits, and Straits of Gibraltar. Channels can be defined as wider straits. They have the same characteristics as the straits, only that they are bigger and have more navigable water. Example, English Channel, Mozambique Channel. Canals are defined as man-made straits. It is an artificial waterway to facilitate trade between otherwise dangerous routes or cut short distances between natural routes. Example, Suez Canal, Panama Canal, Kiel Canal. 5. Density and specific gravity. These ship terms are more to do with tanker officers and crew. Density, by definition, is the amount of matter per unit of volume. Specific gravity is a ratio of the density of the substance divided by some reference material, typically fresh water. Density and specific gravity are the same if the reference material is fresh water, since the density of fresh water is 1.0 kg per cc. 6. Fairleads, chocks, bitts, bollards and dolphins. Fairleads are welded directly onto the ship's hull structure. Fairleads have a roller attached to them to guide mooring wires to winches for the correct lead. Pedestal fairleads are commonly found on modern-day ships to guide mooring lines between the chock and the winch. Chocks are structural reinforcements on ships which guide the mooring lines to and from the shore, other vessels. Chocks need to be much higher SWL than the mooring line to avoid structural damage and withstand various forces when a vessel is moored. Bollards are generally referred to as short posts on the quay, jetty used to secure ships' mooring lines. Bitts are double bollards, posts mounted vertically on ships to secure mooring lines from other vessels, during STS operations, tug lines or secure fire wires on tankers. It is important to inform the pilot or tug operator of the SWL of the bitts to ensure that the tug does not exceed this force when pulling the vessel. Dolphins, they are found only ashore. These are independent platforms on the jetty with hooks or bollards for securing the ship's mooring lines. 7. Derricks and cranes. Derricks and cranes are both ship terms related to lifting appliances. Derricks are now relics of the past and found only on a few older ships. They have been replaced by the more versatile and much simpler deck crane. Cranes are similar to derricks but are much simpler in operation. 8. Swinging circle and turning circle. Swinging circle is a shipping term used when the vessel is at anchor. Turning circle is part of the vessel's maneuvering characteristics. It is the diameter circumscribed by the vessel when the rudder is put hard over when going full ahead. 9. Gangway and accommodation ladders. Gangways are rigged at right angles to the fore and aft line of the ship. Gangways should not be used at an angle of inclination greater than 30 degrees to the horizontal. Accommodation ladders are rigged in the fore and aft direction of the ship and face astern. The maximum angle of inclination from the horizontal shall not exceed 55 degrees. 10. Annex, Code, Convention and Protocol. The convention is a formal treaty between signatory states to comply with various aspects governed by the agreement, which forms the basis of the treaty. Protocol. A protocol is a supplementary treaty which modifies a convention. Code. A code is part of a convention and contains various technical details of essential aspects of the convention. Annex. An annex is also a part of a convention which is introduced after the convention has been formalized. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more informative content on the maritime industry. Thank you for watching, and until next time, safe sailing.